Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zele. If you are new here, I am glad you are here. I am so glad you are here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before you leave, consider subscribing, leaving a comment and liking this video, because what I'm about to talk about is interesting and you would love it. Okay, so the topic of today's talk is preparing for marriage. I'm going to talk about preparing for marriage and how it is important, or why it is important to consider preparing for marriage even as a young person. So the question is, why is it important to start preparing for marriage even as a young person, as a teenager, as a youth, as a child? When I was growing up, I realized that I've been praying for my future spouse, and I got to understand that it was because my father always told I and my siblings to pray for our future spouses, pray for our future marriages, even before we turned, I don't know, because he told my elder ones before I was born. So definitely I would have been hearing it immediately I was born. You understand what I'm trying to say? So definitely it is correct, it is right to pray for your future spouse. You should, especially if you know you're going to get married, because some people do not want to get married, and if you make that decision, it should be for a good cause, obviously, because a huge bunch of the apostles did not get married, and it was because of the weight of the gospel they had to propagate and everything. So it was, a good excuse not to get married. But if you understand, or if you agree to the fact that in the future I'm going to get married, and you are still young, you may be a teenager, a child, a youth, an unmarried person, whoever you are, just always know that it is right to prepare for your future. Marriage is a very integral part of our lives, of human existence. The first marriage on earth was in Genesis 22 verse 24, when God brought Adam and Eve together, and he said it was not good for man to be alone. We understand that fact already. We have established that fact already. We all know that fact already. Yes. So if you can prepare for your future finances, the house you want to build, your career choice, your career path, the way you want your house to be, everything, we practically prepare for everything from a young age. But when it comes to marriage, it's but people are more laid back, because they feel like, well, that one has a time and everything. Of course, there's a time to get married and to settle down, but there is no time set to start to plan towards this. Okay, is marriage the only thing I should prepare for? Of course not. I just said it, or I just established that fact already. Marriage is not the only thing you should prepare for. If marriage is the only thing you are preparing for as a young person, then you are very unserious. Pardon me, but it is true. You're very unserious. The truth is, we love, how am I going to say it? Many young people are called control freaks, and they like to plan towards the house they want to get, how much money they want to make, and then when it comes to relationships and marriages, people don't really plan towards that, because they feel like it is too early to start planning towards that, or whatever. But the thing is, the way you lay your bed is the way you're going to lie on it. If you do not lay your bed well, you will not lie on it well. If you don't sow the seed, you will not reap the harvest of the fruit or of the seed you were supposed to plant. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is basically what I was trying to pass across, that preparing for marriage, preparing for your future relationship and everything is important. Is as important, or is even more important than preparing for your career or whatever. But you should remember, put in mind that preparing for only one thing is wrong. Fixing your heart or your mind on only one thing is very, very, very wrong. So praying for marriage is a go. Okay, so another question I might get asked is, aren't you too young to be talking about marriage? Of course not. I am not too young to be talking about marriage. Okay, I am someone who loves the good things of life and everything, and I have grown to a point where I know what I want to some extent. Not everything, to some extent I know what I want. And many people are like, okay, you don't have any experiences, then why are you talking about marriage? Aren't you too young? Aren't you supposed to be focusing on other things? Yes, of course, I am building my life simultaneously, if you understand what I'm saying. So my career is going on, my school is going on. I'm not going to leave a part of my life to chance. Okay, another question is, but you have no experiences, what lessons are you going to teach if you have no experiences? Do I have an experience in marriage? Of course I don't. No, I don't. But experience is not the best teacher, like most people say. Experience can be the worst teacher. The best teacher is the Holy Spirit, because when the Holy Spirit teaches you, you would learn, because he's not going to let you get burnt before he teaches you what to do. Of course, he's not going to let you go in the fire and get burnt and get burnt to ashes before he lets you understand the truth of what you have. He's going to put people around you. Of course, people around me who have experiences, and I am learning from their experiences. I have learned a whole lot about marriage from reading books, from from listening to messages, from mentorship, from looking at the experiences of other people and learning from them. So I do not have to have my own experiences before I finally know what to say about marriage. Of course, I am not a book full of wisdom when it comes to marriage and relationships, but I know to some extent. So now, getting into the main part of this video, how to actually prepare for marriage as a young person. Be you a child, even a toddler, a youth, a teenager, an adult, and a married person, whoever you are. How to prepare for marriage. Number one, pray. You have to keep praying. There is no alternative to praying. So remember to always put your future spouse in prayer, put your future kids in prayer. Put them in prayer alongside praying for your career, praying for your family, praying for food, praying for health, praying for this. Remember to put your future spouse in prayer. It will help you a great deal, because you are planting the seeds and you will get the fruit when the harvest comes. Okay, so prayer is very important. No matter how old you are, be it 12 years old, 16, 17, 19, 20, 30, put your future spouse in perspective. Put your future spouse in prayer. Make sure you pray for these ones all the time. I practically pray these prayers every single day. It is already imbibing my subconscious. I can't help myself. Okay, number two, remember to put your values in place, because birds of the same feather fly together. Okay, make sure you put your values in place. I understand the fact that we are still growing, we are still in our reformative ages and everything, and we are still in points where we have to learn and unlearn some things, and you have to put your values in place. If you are a Christian, be a solid Christian, so that you make sure that anybody that crosses your path, anybody that comes or wants to approach you for anything meaningful in life, is going to have the same values you have. Okay, so if you do not have those values, you don't know what you are looking for. You don't know what you are going to look for in somebody else that is going to approach you in the future, or who you are going to approach. Okay, make sure to put your values in place. That is very important. Put your values in place. Your values, like, what is your take on sex before marriage? What is your take on cohabiting together before marriage? What is your take on his or her mentality, the way they speak, the way they relate with people, the way they love, the way they relate with family and everything? Put your values in place. This is who I am, because if you do not know yourself, you will not know who you are going to attract, obviously. So put your values in place. When you put your values in place, you know who you are looking for, or you know what you are looking for in the person, and you know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate. Okay, number three, unlearn and relearn habits. So if you have discovered that you have some habits that you do not want to move to the next stage of your life with, habits like disorganization, laziness, name them, habits of every kind, look for someone. The best tip I've learned so far is learning to ask for help. Learn to ask for help. You can go to someone and ask, please, can you teach me to be organized? You remember that you're going to be somebody's role model, and if you're somebody's mother or father in the future, your children will have to look up to you. So do you want to look up to someone who cannot fend for himself? Work on yourself. Even though you don't want to get married, learn to work on yourself. Help yourself become a better person. Ask for help. Read books. Be true to yourself. Do not lie to yourself, okay? There are a lot of lazy people that will never agree that they are lazy. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. So guys, I have said a lot in this video, and I don't want it to be too long, obviously, and I want you to take the ones you can take from this video and use it for your own good, because it is not wrong to prepare for marriage as a young person. It is definitely not wrong, okay? But at the same time, that is not the only thing we should be preparing for. So I have said a lot. I hope you like this video. You can request for more videos, but this is just the part 1. I can assure you that another relationship video is going to come up soon. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.